Hey everybody, it is me, Zach, and this is my fourth episode of The World According to Zach. I feel like I'm really starting to get the hang of things, which is really kind of cool, and the rhythm and the flow of it, so it's getting easier and easier with every episode. So of course this week we'll be talking about all things housing, unhoused, first-time home buyers, million-dollar listings, and then some fun Zach stuff. So today I want to get right to it. If you look at the fabulous kitchen or the property that I am in, I am actually at a Richmond American new build out here in the 95829 zip code. This is Elk Grove adjacent, and it has access to the Elk Grove School District, which is super cool. Now, I've been fortunate enough to work with Ina out here on a couple of Richmond American new builds, and I get our clients into them, which was super awesome. She is amazing. And actually, if you're looking for a home right now in California, you might actually get into a new build faster than you're going to get into an existing property because so few are coming onto the market every week. Now, here at the Woodbury Richmond American Homes in 95829, they still have 40 lots left, and they've got homes starting at $500,000, which is amazing. They're beautiful. They're all gorgeous like this one. And if you use their in-home financing, you're looking at, I think I heard, a 4.99 interest rate. Now, my lenders can't match that interest rate, but if you're looking for a new build construction, they've got great interest rates, and they're also great properties. So make sure you check out the Richmond American Homes. I know lots of agents who work in various different projects, and it's just a great way to get into a beautiful home. Okay, so my very first episode, I talked to you guys about the Dreamer program. This happened last year in 2023. There was a bunch of money and the funds ran out fast. I said I would talk about it in a later episode. This is that later episode now. And I was wrong. It's actually called the California Dream for All Shared Appreciation Loan Program. This year, it isn't going to be a first come, first serve. It's going to be a voucher program. In order to get to the voucher, you're going to have to click on a very specific button on their website once they open up the program. So you're going to find that link in my bio to their website so that you can press that button if this is a program you're interested in. Now, you have to be a first-generation home buyer in order to participate, which means that your parents couldn't have owned a home already. And everybody who's on the loan also needs to be a first-time home buyer. What's going to happen is this program is going to help you with up to 20% of your down and closing costs, up to $150,000. And then when you sell the home, you'll have to pay them back the down payment and then give them a percentage of the appreciation. In case you don't know what appreciation is, I'll make it super simple, is that if you have a $500,000 home and when you sell it, it's worth $750,000, you have $250,000 in appreciation. And that would be the percentage, the number that you'd be giving the percentage back to the program so that other people could participate. There are some income limits with the program. If you have questions about it, just reach out to me and I will help you get in touch with a lender. You do need to work with a lender to make sure you have all your ducks in a row before you're pressing that voucher button as soon as they make it live in April. So if this is something you want to participate in, and I encourage you to, if you can't come up with that down payment money, give me a ring and we can talk more about it. $1,000,000 homes. Hey, we have more $1,000,000 homes coming on the market every week. I think the last time I checked, there was 10 new homes. When I checked this morning, there were 15 new homes in the greater Sacramento area that came on in the last 7 days that are $1 million or more. So there's two that I'm going to talk about really fast. And the first one is a fellow Coldwell Banker agent. So let me give a shout out to Elizabeth Roofer on her fabulous listing in the Fab 40s. So this house is being listed at $2,150,000, 4-bedroom, 3-bath, oak floors, crown molding everywhere, and there's an ADU above the detached garage. So make sure you check out this property if you want to live in the Fab 40s. And we have a new most expensive home on the market here in Sacramento, and this home is in Wilton, and it is priced at $11,900,000. $280,000. That's a lot of money, but you get a lot of stuff. So the main house is 6,200 square feet. It comes with a 140-acre vineyard on a total of 304 acres. It has a pool, and you're getting all of this for just under $12 million. Hey, if I had $12 million, I'd be buying that property right now. Okay, hey. So every episode, I do want to talk to you a little bit about the unhoused and what we're doing to help the crisis here in Sacramento. And today I wanted to talk a little bit about 211. This is a number that you can dial from any phone in the greater Sacramento area, and you're going to get a live person on the other end, and it is open 24 hours a day, and it's free and confidential. Now, if you know of an unhoused person or somebody who's about to come unhoused, get them in contact with this 211 number. Yeah, it's not perfect. Yes, you're going to have to go through some prompts, but it can connect you up to 1,600 different agencies that are helping all sorts of people with a variety of issues. Some of the great things that 211 does do is it can give you referrals for emergency housing, for food services, counseling if you need it. It also does have a lot of employment referrals to services that they can help you with. And you don't have to be unhoused to use 211. So it is there for seniors who might be having food scarcity problems. It's there for families who find themselves in emergency situations where they need stuff. And then there are a lot of children's services that are available. So, I mean, if you're talking about like 1,600 agencies, there's a little bit of something for everybody. So the number is 211, and you can dial it from your phone. So if you don't have a phone, but you have access to a landline, the number is 916-498-1000. If you are an email person, it's going to be info@211sacramento.org. If you want to go on their website to see all of the services that are available to you, that is going to be 211sacramento.org. So, again, it's not perfect. It does have some problems. They're working on the problems, but it's a great resource for the unhoused, homeless, and all those other groups of people that I talked about. All you have to remember is 211. So I wish this episode that I had an update of all the fun, fantastic, great things that I've been doing around Sacramento. But the nuts and bolts of it is that I am currently a stay-at-home, work-from-home fur daddy because of Mr. Malachite and his injury. But I want to bring you guys super positive, awesome, amazing news. And that was the other day that Malachite is walking. He can do little short stints for maybe like 5 minutes before his hind legs just kind of wear out because they're a little atrophied from 4 months of no exercise or walking around. But the other day, he got to do playtime for like 15, 20 minutes for the first time in 4 months with his sister, Miss Molly Brown, and they had the best time. They just played. It was wonderful. My heart grew 3 times bigger, and it continued to give me even more hope that Malachite is going to be able to be like a fully functioning dog again. And then, even more importantly, or more exciting, is the very next day, we did the, he's in the carriage around while we do a little walk around Rush Park, and then Molly's on the leash, and I took him out, and he actually did his first steps in a park in 4 months with his sister, Miss Molly Brown, and, oh my God, if my heart was already 4 sizes bigger from just playtime, it grew 5, 6, 7, 8 times bigger. So, thank you guys all for the wonderful well wishes, prayers, good vibes for Malachite. It's working. Thank you to the VCA Rehabilitation Center. Without you guys, I wouldn't know all the exercises or have him doing all the great treatments that he's doing. So keep those well wishes, good vibes, and prayers coming. And, hopefully Malachite will be able to walk around the park, all on his own by the end of the year. So it's that time of year again when we are cleaning out our closets, our garages, we're purging from all the excess to kind of get the fresh start for the year. And if you're like me, you realize that you have a lot more e-waste than you've ever had before. So e-waste is going to be like laptops, earbuds, anything that's rechargeable that has a cord. We have more and more of them in our lives than ever before, and they are all still ending up in landfills, which is absolutely, absolutely horrible for the planet, life around it, including ourselves and human habitats. And the reason why is because e-waste can have a lot of stuff into it that can leach into the systems that eventually get to us. Common is lead and mercury. You just don't want that in the ecosystem. And then there's up to 1,000 other dangerous substances in e-waste. So the great news is that we're doing a lot better job than we did in the past about recycling this stuff and keeping it out of landfills. And I did a little bit of research and I found a couple cool things that I wanted to share with you. And the number one, did you know that all of the Apple stores will take old cell phones, both Android and iPhones, and they'll make sure they get recycled and parted out. So go Apple for doing that. I hope you're still doing that by the time this comes out. And laptops and computers and stuff. Hey, I'm just as nervous about all of you guys as you guys. About like my data getting retrieved off of it if I recycle it and stuff. And I found out that there's services that for $10 to $15 here in Sacramento, there's multiple agencies and businesses that are doing it, is they'll wipe your laptops and phones so nobody gets that sensitive and detailed information that you don't want anybody to get. And oftentimes they'll also dispose of it for you. I also found out that rechargeable batteries, hey, you could drop them off at Home Depot, Best Buy, or Staples. Didn't know that. And those non-rechargeable batteries, if you're in Sacramento, all the Nugget markets are taking them. Pretty cool. As well as Ace Hardware and Rite Aid. So that's pretty cool. Also, you got an old washing machine or a refrigerator and you need it picked up and hauled away. Great news. If you live in the city of Sacramento or the county of Sacramento, you get one free pickup a year. So they'll get rid of that for you. And then finally, all of Sacramento County and surrounding counties like Yolo, Placer, and El Dorado have e-waste programs. So if you live in one of those counties, you can just Google e-waste Yolo County and they'll help you out. City of Sacramento, City of Folsom, Roseville, and Elk Grove also have e-waste program if you're in those cities. And hey, people, like, I think the world and climate is messed up enough as it is. So, do your diligence, take care of your own shit, and make sure that e-waste does not go in the landfills. Okay, hey. So I don't know if it's all the e-waste going into the landfills that's causing the atmospheric rivers, but I just want to go off on the name atmospheric river for a second. So first, I want to let you know that I understand that these atmospheric river storms, they bring a lot of tremendous water with them. It saturates the land. It creates a lot of different problems. Back in my day, and I'm kind of old, we just call them storms, severe thunderstorms, just a big storm. But today, we're slick. It's 2024. Everything has to be cool and slick, and they came up with the name atmospheric rivers. I get it, what they're trying to say there, but I worry about like what's next, like an atmospheric pond, an atmospheric lake, and what is an atmospheric pond or an atmospheric lake? So my solution is that we give atmospheric rivers a whole new name, right? And we do something fun, like, you know how like the pharmaceutical companies have great new names and slick for everything. And the two that I like are a zytrodone, so a zytrodone instead of an atmospheric river. That's kind of cool sounding. Or a Brandoom. A Brandoom is coming. Oh my gosh, get ready. Buckle down the hatches. A Brandoom is coming. So, I don't know. What do you guys think? So this episode, I also wanted to talk about a fun and exciting thing that's happening in Sacramento. Hey, I was a total museum guy when I was growing up. I think it was the Natural History Museum in Denver, Colorado. It's the one that had all the dinosaur bones, and I was way into dinosaurs as a kid. Growing up, I've learned to appreciate and love all the great things that museums offer. They teach you a lot about history, the past, and maybe sometimes where we're going on in the future. So for the last 26 years, this has been going on in Sacramento, and it's Free Museum Weekend. And now it is happening again this year. It's going to be March 2nd and 3rd. You do have to pre-register in order to take care of it, being a free event for you. So you can find that link in my bio. Just remember, so if you want to take advantage of the free weekend, that you have to pre-register in order to go for free. Great news is there's like 20 museums that are participating, and I'm going to run through them really fast. And so we've got the Agricultural Museum, the Automobile Museum. We have the California Museum. Now this one's kind of cool. It's like the California Hall of Fame, and it's how California influences the world. through ideas, innovation, arts, and culture. I'm pretty sure that's the one I'm going to check out. There's also the California State Library, and I'm really confused on this one. A library museum. There's the State Railroad Museum, the Pharmacy Museum. There's the Leland Stanford Mansion. I guess that's a really cool mansion. It was a former California governor's mansion. There's the Maidu Museum. If you don't know who the Maidu people are, they were here thousands of years before Sacramento came along, and they have their own museum, and it talks a lot about their heritage and their crafts and their way of life. So make sure that you check out that museum if you don't, or if you haven't already. There is a medical history museum. There is a historic city cemetery museum, the regular history museum, the regional fire museum, the Sojourner Truth African American Museum, the State Capitol Museum, the State Indian Museum, the Sutter Fort Verge Center for the Arts Museum. So again, there's around 20 museums that are participating in the free weekend. I can't say that enough. March 2nd and 3rd, that you have to pre-register in advance to take advantage of it being free. That link is in my bio. Happy museums, everybody. I can't wait to go explore some myself. Hey, for me, it's important that I'm celebrating all the great walks of life that are on this planet. I love to learn, engage, and grow and know more about everybody and every way they live all across this planet. I just think it's super cool. I also think it's amazing that I live in Sacramento, where we have a little bit of everything. Race, color, heritage, sex, gender in this city, and we all get along great. So I'll just try and get through this as quickly as possible and talk about it. So on March 8th, we have a lot of Hindus here in Sacramento, and they have the Maha Shivratri celebration. I hope I didn't mess up the state of that too bad. It's the annual celebration of the deity Shiva. A deity is a god or goddess, and in Hinduism, Shiva plays one of the most prominent roles and is considered the god of destruction. Now, it sounds much scarier than it is. So it's about the untouched or untainted innocence of our conscience. Now, even that is a lot to sit back and understand. So I'm going to even super simplify it. And it's the aspect of our being that's deep inside that we can't corrupt. That's pretty cool. And I'm glad that the Hindus celebrate that every year, because I believe that we all have a little place in our soul that can't be corrupted. And it's that good that we should always reach into and let shine. Also on March 8th is International Women's Day. I love all women. I just think they're great. I think they're amazing. They teach me a lot. 50% of the planet's women, so what's not to love? But International Women's Day, it's a global celebration, and they're celebrating social, economic, cultural, and political achievements of women worldwide. This year's theme is about investing in women and accelerating the progress that they've already made and moving forward as much and as fast as possible. And I think if you look at all races and minorities, they're kind of on that accelerated progress path. And I think it's great. I think it's, the faster we celebrate and bring everybody to equal is amazing. And I promote it, and I promote women and all the great things they do to shape this planet. And then finally, we have Ramadan. That is starting on March 10th. Now, I didn't know a lot about Ramadan. I don't think a lot of people do, so I'm just going to share some easy facts with you. It's a religious holiday for Muslims. It's on the 9th month of the 12-month Islamic calendar, so it kind of can move around a little bit from what our traditional calendar is. It is a religious holiday for them. It lasts about 30 days. 29 or 30 days. There is fasting involved. It's about introspection and being thankful for what they have, and being understanding that people have less than them. So, I think that's really important. You might not know, but 25% of the planet is Muslim. It really is just a different religion. They're just people like the rest of us. And some of the 4 greatest countries that we see a lot of Muslim people in, or that produce or have the most Muslims in them, are going to be Indonesia, Bangladesh, Pakistan, and India. I know people from all of those countries, and they are great and wonderful people. So I just wanted to say, let's celebrate. So that is it. That is all I have this week on The World According to Zach. Thank you for staying with me the whole time. If you love it, if you like it, I want you to like, subscribe, comment, and share, because that is what makes the social media world go round. Like, comment, subscribe, and share, in case you didn't know that. And until I see you guys in 2 weeks, I want you to make every day a great day. Thank you for listening and watching, and I'll talk to you soon.